I need your help. The story I'm about to share with you puts me in grave danger. I have reason to believe that our government may try to persecute me. I need you to see me in the fullness of my humanity. I need you to allow me to see you in the fullness of yours so that we may take this journey. My name? My name is Anner. Not Anner or Anir or Einer or some other way to properly mispronounce it. It's Anner, spelled A-N-N-E-R. You've never heard of it? Well, that's because it's unique. The way that only the sun can kiss the peak of the Mayan pyramid when the morning speaks. Agner, my father used to say in Spanish. You really have to push it in the back of your throat to get it, unlike the way your indigenous grandmother does it, because for her, Spanish is her second language. The anguish and the uniqueness of your name is the quickness with which people will mispronounce it. Your friends and teachers won't get it. They'll ask you if you're foreign. Where are you from? You speak American? Come again? No, I don't mean where do you stay. I get that Los Angeles is where your people live, but where are they from originally? And see, I don't usually say Guatemala, land of giant trees and eternal spring. Guatemala, pillaged home of the Mayan tribe. Guatemala, fallen kingdom of the Cunuman and the Popol Vuh. Guatemala, birthplace of Anner Alfaro Cividanis, who came to the United States with his mother as an infant, a 3-month-old escuincla who's never left California. Of course, I speak perfect English. What the fuck is your problema? See, I am a spelling bee master because I took the 2 letters from the name that my mother hated, the 3 letters from the name that my father negated. I put them together and made something beautiful for you to see yourself reflected in. But what about Aileen? What about my little best friend? When does she get to begin? Dad, come home to me. Come home for you. Come home for me. We deserve to live free, happy. So when do I begin? When my breath stops, so my corpse rots, till my spirit dies due to missed shots, till my friends speak my name over comfort, chant the lyrics and tequila shots. He was a good man, whether you knew him or not. So don't talk to me about a dream, because Martin Luther King had a dream and now he's dead. Because the Kunguman fought for a dream and now he's dead. Because I placed my faith in the fabricated dream and it filled my head with worry and dread, watching others live and get ahead while witnessing the chance to perform die instead. Hi everyone, my name is Alex Alpharaoh. I'm the writer, creator, and performer of Wet, DACAmented Journey. It is a story of what it means to be an American in every sense of the word except on paper. Let's fast forward in time to when I was 29 years old. On September 16, 2012, President Barack Obama, or Brother Barry, held a press conference announcing deferred action of childhood arrivals that would grant 2-year work permits with the opportunity of renewals.
This morning, Secretary Napolitano announced new actions my administration will take to mend our nation's immigration policy, to make it more fair, more efficient, and more just, specifically for certain young people, sometimes called dreamers.
Be under the age of 30 and have arrived to the country before my 16th birthday? Check. Register with the U.S. government? Check. Have graduated high school, college, and or served honorably in the armed forces? Check. Be physically present on the day that the executive order was announced? Check. Not have any felonies, major misdemeanors, or more than 3 minor misdemeanors on your record or otherwise present a threat to national security? Shit. I have written about 8 or 9 plays at this point in time in my career. I've had a couple of them produced in various theaters throughout Los Angeles, including Casa 0101 in Boyle Heights, the Los Angeles Theater Center, Antaeus Theater Company, Ensemble Studio Theater Los Angeles, which is my home theater, and they range and they vary from short 1-act plays to full-length plays to solo performances like Wet and even a spoken word play. Los pollitos dicen pío, 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 cuando tienen hambre, cuando tienen frío. I had gotten sick. My brownish complexion had turned clammy and yellow, and so had my eyes. And one evening I woke up. I looked up at my mother, and I began to convulse. Ay, necesito. Abre los ojos, hijo. Despiértate. ¡Ayúdenme! Hijo, por favor, respira. was a woman who had just joined the journey. And she too had just given birth, but had decided to leave her child behind. The only thing my mother ever said about her was, "Ay, mijo." I don't even remember her name. I just remember holding on to your lifeless body, and I was begging to El Señor de Esquipulas y la Virgen de Guadalupe to save your life. And then this woman came and she took you from my arms. She blew life into your lungs, and when you woke up and started to cry, she took her breast out and she put it to your mouth and she fed you. I think one of the most powerful experiences that I've been able to walk away thus far in this national tour is to be able to have real conversations with people and have them share their thoughts and their opinions, and me be able to do the same and reach some kind of consensus where we're able to see the humanity in one another, as opposed to going towards our own rhetoric and going, "You're wrong because of X, Y, and Z," and then me saying, "No, you're wrong because of X, Y, and Z," and just really be able to have a conversation, which I think is the goal of having this kind of production go up in the various cities that it's been in. Is we want to create dialogue between the opposition and the people that are for progressive and comprehensive immigration reform. We made it to the Tijuana-San Isidro border, but I was still really sick, and the coyote was very concerned. "Señorita, listen to me. The crossing, it's very dangerous. If you go through the sewers or the desert, your son, he's still very sick and he might not make it. Now, the concern of the people that are traveling with us is if your son wakes up and begins to cry, he might get us all caught up. Now, señorita, listen to me. I have a plan. Give me the boy. Give me the boy. I'll give him some Tylenol. I'll buy him a new outfit. I'll let him sleep in the backseat of my car. And then I'll cross him over as if he were my own son. Señorita, please. This is the only way. If not, I am sorry. I cannot cross you." So my mother turned me over to the coyote. And she began to walk for hundreds of miles in the darkness of the desert. Here is 15-year-old Ana Lucrecia, a child, an unaccompanied minor, thousands of miles away from home, with no money, no food, no way of getting in contact with anyone that knows her, loves her, or cares about her. She's terrified, not so much of getting caught. She's terrified of what will happen to her son in her absence. What if in her absence he gets sicker and he dies? She made it to the safe house in San Isidro. She opened the door and she found me, asleep on a twin-size mattress, wearing a brand new Mickey Mouse outfit. Somebody handed her a Big Mac. "Welcome to America." When I met Congressman Schiff, it was kind of, surreal because, he's a congressperson, he's a politician. Like, politicians don't come to plays, especially not in small black box theaters in Atwater Village. It's like nestled between Eagle Rock and Glendale, but he was there. And he invited me to go to his office in Burbank and to do a live Facebook Live session with him and have a conversation with him. And I got to say thank you to Congressman Schiff, because his office has been very helpful in assisting me in the renewal of my DACA and keeping me in mind when it comes to any kind of things that are going through the pipelines and policies. And, I get sent emails of like, look, this may be of interest to you. They're having these clinics, they're doing this, they're doing that. And so I'm grateful that I feel that I have an advocate and I have an ally in Congress through Congressman Schiff's office.
Buenos días, hijo. ¿Cómo amaneciste? ¿Ya te diste cuenta que ganó ese pinche viejo cerote? I'm okay. I just have a bit of bad news that I have to share with you. My dad is really sick and he might die. And I'm just calling to let you know that I have to go to Guatemala. I have to go be with my mom and my sister. If my dad dies, I have to say goodbye to him. Ay, mijo. You know what hurts me the most? If my dad dies, you will have never met him. Mom, I have an idea. I might be able to go with you. I know that I don't have papers. Yes, I understand it's dangerous. I know who the 45th is going to be. Mom, can I please just tell you? Thank you. Like, I've been researching this thing. It's called advanced parole, and basically... No, it's not about jail. I don't know why they call it parole. Look, it's basically you ask permission from the country to leave for a short amount of time for a very specific reason, and they'll allow you back in. It's not bullshit. I've been researching this. There's documented people like me that are leaving the country and being allowed back in for things like business purposes, school, or even family emergencies. Mom, I'm skeptical too, but it's worth a shot. If I can apply for advanced parole, I may be allowed to leave the country and be admitted back in legally. If I can get a legal entry in my record, I may be able to activate a petition that my mother filled out for me when I was 20 years old after she became a permanent resident. The only thing I need is a letter, a certified letter from my grandfather's doctor stating the facts about his medical condition, requesting that I visit him before he passes away. If I can get my cousin Lucy, who lives in Guatemala, to get me that certified letter, if I can turn it into immigration, they might just let me go to Guatemala. I am here because of the collective efforts of so many people. I may be the only person on that stage telling the story and performing it, but there's an entire team of people that are behind me that are making this happen. You know why? Because this is your home, and you deserve to be home. Give me your hand. You gave me this key when I turned 13. It has the word faith written on it. And I have faith that this key is going to protect you. Now, I want you to promise me that you're going to give me this key when I see you next Wednesday. Because you're going to come back. You're going to come back because it is our destiny. It is our destiny to work together at the Hollywood Fringe Festival this year. Daddy, please, take it. And promise me that you'll allow it to protect you. I promise. I love you, Dada. I'm gonna help you pack later, because right now I'm listening to Tupac. This journey and this tour has been a breath of fresh air and a beautiful reminder of why I love this country so much. Because of the people. Because of the people. Because we are good people. We are good people. Our policies right now may suck, you know, and we may not all agree with the things that are happening at the White House, but we're good people inherently. And I see that. And I'm reminded of that. In every place that I've gone to, I've been reminded of that. And just like that, on May 1st, 2013, I was granted DACA for the very first time. Daddy, I'm home! Hi, Daddy.